Welcome to the Bahamas. Hello guys, my name is Avi from Xplore with Maavi. Today I'm here in one of the most popular beach destinations in the world. It's called the Bahamas. Welcome to the Bahamas. I was unfortunately here for some work purpose, and while I was doing some work, I was like, why not do some vlogging as well to show you guys what Bahamas is all about. So let's get started. So I'm here on Bay Street of Nassau, Bahamas. And Bay Street is basically the downtown. It's basically the strip of Nassau. Let me tell you what Bay Street is all about. So it's right, and it's basically a long strip with nothing but shopping, souvenirs, got a few brand name stores as well. So it's 29 degrees right now, Celsius, not Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
When you come back, you
We
bang.
got a pirate right here.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Standoff.
Oh, come on, man.
This is hot. You like hot babes?
Oh, yeah.
A few squeezes makes a hole in one every time.
Damn.
So, don't worry, you go to a better life.
Yeah, Mr. Pirate.
Yep.
Thank you for that.
No more headache. Yeah. Right over here.
So in case you guys don't know the history of Nassau, Bahamas was it's been independent for about 50 years. British owned this place until I believe 50 years ago, and now they're taking independence. But before that, there was a lot of pirates that used to come over here. There were a lot of pirates, and Bahamas was mostly the pirate town where there's a lot of pirates that used to come here. They used to smuggle all their gold and all their stuff. Another thing that you can do over here, if you're especially coming on a cruise or you're just here for a couple of days and you just want to take a quick tour of the island, you can do this right here. ATVs. You can rent an ATV. Usually the ATV goes for about 4 hours. I think it's $125 for 4 hours. If you want to do it for the whole day, which is about 6 to 8 hours, I think you're just gonna pay double, like $250. So it is, again, like I said, Bahamas is incredibly expensive. But I think renting out an ATV is definitely worth it. You can rent a car if you like. Fairly pretty small island that you can travel. You can drive the ATV all over the island in about 8 hours, no problem. And you can stop by wherever you want for all the sightseeing spots as well. It's meant for a couple people, so you can have yourself and another person sit in the back. Manali, unfortunately, is not here with me in this work trip. So that's the reason why I'm not renting out an ATV. But if she was here, I would have definitely rented out an ATV because that is the way to go. And there is a ship. That ship is called the Carnival Glory. So this is where all the ships dock here. This is basically the port for Bahamas. Every day there's usually about a few ships that docks here. They come around maybe 6, 7 in the morning, depending on their schedule. They basically just dock here for about 8 to 10 hours. All these tourists that you see over here, they usually are probably most likely, majority of them are from the cruise lines. So they just come here in the morning, they dock down here, they travel the island all morning, all afternoon, and by evening, 5 p.m., 6 p.m., they go back to the ship while the ship takes route to some other island. That's how it is over here. Okay, there is one of the hottest spots here in the Bahamas is Straw Market. It's meant for souvenirs, and as you can see, the Straw Market is right over there. Literally right across from the ship. If you're into souvenirs, this is a place to come. It's right on Bay Street. Straw Market is basically a part of Bay Street. Let's go check it out. Yes, you can get some bags with Bahamas written on it. You got some clothing as well. Continuing on Bay Street to the end of the strip right here. It goes all the way back there. There's a ship. There's a couple ships, as you can see. There's one ship over here. There's another ship right behind. Probably another ship right behind that. I can see like 3 ships lined up. So at the end of the strip of downtown Bay Street, we got one of the most popular public beaches in the Bahamas. It's called Junkanoo Beach. And it's popular because it's very convenient. It's right next to downtown, which is, well, right here. You can rent out a lot of boats and stuff like that. Look at that fish. There's a green fish over there. I don't know if you can see it. All right, guys, so right now we're here at Fort Fincastle and Queen's Staircase. These two are historic spots. Now we're gonna just head down the Queen's Staircase into Fort Fincastle. Basically, in short, the history of Queen's Staircase is it's a very dark and sad history. What basically happened is around 1793, about 600 slaves were forced to cut down the rock, basically in pure limestone, which you're gonna see very shortly. And they didn't have any detonate, they didn't have any dynamites, none of that stuff. They basically had to chisel the rock straight out of limestone with just chisel and a hammer. That's all they had to do. It was very hard labor. It was done way back in 1793 when they didn't really have any of the technology, and it was done by 600 slaves. So it's a very sad and very dark history, but let's check out the Queen's Staircase. Basically, and this Queen's Staircase was basically built for an escape route. Yeah.
Welcome to the Queen's Staircase.
So it's basically 66 stairs. Again, like I said, very sad and dark history to this. 600 slaves actually did this out of their own hands. No dynamite, none of that stuff was used. And it took them about a year to build. They do have a fountain of sort on the side overlooking the stair. So I'm gonna walk down the 66 stairs. All right, and I'm down the staircase.
Okay, they connect to Wi-Fi. You got no Wi-Fi. You can get the boat.
Look at the amount of work they did here. Literally had to chisel it out
Give me your hotspot.
and build this pathway with the staircase. That's a lot of hard work.
This ain't on the boat. phone, the only one working. Well, we get back to the shore.
All right, so now we're heading over to Fort Fincastle, which was basically the fort that was built again way back in 1793 to defend the island of Nassau, Bahamas from pirates. So after coming down from the Queen's Staircase, right now we are heading over to the Fort Fincastle. So it seems like there's a few stairs that you got to go up. I would not recommend this trip for all the elderly people, obviously, people that have knee pains and stuff like that, because there's a few stairs. Basically, this whole trip is based on stairs. Whether it's the Queen's Staircase, whether it's going up the fort, there's no clear pathway. It's just kind of have to figure out how to get to the fort. There's no like proper directions or symbols or anything like that. I can only see the fort is right up there. And there it is. You can see those cannons popping out. So there's a whole bunch of different forts here in the Nassau. There's a Fort Charlotte. They were all used for basically defending this island, defending Bahamas back then in the 1700s. They got Fort Montagu. They got Winton Battery, Hog Island Battery, Old Fort Battery, and Potter's Bay Battery. And of course, this one, which is the Fort Fincastle. And some of the old cannons that they used to be used to defend themselves. Really fascinating. They got like dirt in there right now, but back then it was used for something more useful. I don't think there's a way to get on top of this fort. Seems like they're blocked away for whatever reason. Yeah, they're blocked away here. Or else there is a way, as you can see, there is a way to go through these gates, to walk up those stairs and go up the fort. But for some odd reason, they've closed it. There's a little bit of the history. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, it's a little disappointing because I was looking forward to going up the fort, but unfortunately, this is the farthest I can make it. I can't go up these stairs up the gate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly my drone and see if I can capture some of the stuff from up top the fort. I'm at a lounge right now, just having some lunch. This is the most popular and the most famous Bahamian cocktail. It's called Bahama Mama. Bahama Mama. And it's one of the most popular cocktails in the island. Wherever you go, you're gonna find this drink, and I just tried it. It is amazing. It's basically coconut with rum. It's very sweet, with a little bit of gin as well in there. And it's a very sweet drink. If you like sweet drinks, you will definitely love it. So, cheers. Very good. Bahama Mama. So coming off Bay Street, which is this street right here, the main street of downtown. Basically, there are many other ways to get into Junkanoo Beach, which is the closest beach in downtown and by the ship port. They got a whole bunch of bars, pubs, lounges, and whatnot. And as you can see, the ships are ported right over there. That's where all the ships come through. It is really, really hot. Like, I'm like soaked. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm soaked. Especially right now, I think it's what, 34, 35 degrees Celsius. And for people like us who are coming from Canada or somewhere in the colder part of the world, this is kind of too hot. But hey, you know what? I'm here to enjoy the beaches, and I'm here to enjoy the place, and I'm cool with it. So if you're taking the ship over here to the Bahamas, Junkanoo Beach is like, as you can see, there's a ship. Junkanoo Beach is right across from the downtown. So you don't have to really travel too far. There are obviously many other beaches, which I'm gonna put it on my blog. They got the other popular beaches in the Bahamas are Cable Beach. They got Jaws Beach. Jaws Beach is the one that where they shot one of the movies of the Jaw movie. And they got Love Beach, and they got a whole bunch of other beaches. They got a Pink Beach. But obviously Junkanoo Beach, as you can see, there is a lot of public here. So if you're one of those people who likes to go on beaches which has a lot of people, then this is obviously going to be one of your beaches. Whereas the other beaches I just mentioned, they're more like secluded. They're more, you know, you're not going to see more than maybe a couple dozen people. Still in Junkanoo Beach. As you can see, the ships are still over there. It's about 4:30 in the evening right now. And this place is called Tiki Bikini Hut. Tiki Bikini Hut. It's right on Junkanoo Beach, as you can see. It's 4:30 in the evening, so a lot of people kind of went back to the ship. But when I came in, probably around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, this place was absolutely jam-packed. There's probably 1,000 people on this beach. This lounge over here was totally packed. Like every single tables, every single chairs out over here on the beach. Right now, they've wrapped up a lot of these tables and chairs. Every single one of them was taken. There's probably about 500 people swimming in the ocean. So literally a very good spot to come if you want to see a lot of people. Junkanoo Beach, and this place itself is also really, really cool. It's called, again, Tiki Bikini Hut. This is the menu. I tried this drink right now. It's another popular Bahamian drink. It's called Sky Juice. I honestly did not like it as much. It tastes like milk pretty much. I didn't like it. But hey, gotta give it a shot, right? They got everything here. They got food here as well. Just want to give you a quick overview of what they got and the prices as well. As you can see, everything is pretty expensive here. And I'm just kind of enjoying some hookah, and that drink over here is called Sky Juice. I honestly don't like it, so I wouldn't recommend it.
As the sun sets over this breathtaking paradise, we wrap up part 1 of our Bahamas journey. Thank you for joining me on this adventure, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you soon in part 2 of our Bahamas travel vlog. See you then.
So now it's time to show you the condo. Got a huge balcony as well. Look at the size of this balcony. So I am inside the Atlantis Resort.